Hi everyone, I'm Summer Bock, and we're going to make Water Kefir today. Water Kefir is also known as tibikos, and I have a little batch here that's already made. I'm going to show you what I do step by step. So I'm going to take a strainer and strain out the kefir grains. Get all of those little scobies out. And so here is the actual water kefir, and here are the grains. They're beautiful. They're very, gelatinous. They look like kind of like crystallized Jello, if that makes any sense. And I'm just gonna set this aside. This is essentially what you would drink. I'd put it on ice or put it in the fridge and then drink it. You can also wait and do a second ferment and flavor it, which can be very delicious. So, next up, I have 7 cups of water in here. This is just the basic recipe, 7 cups of water. And you add about 4 to 8 tablespoons of water kefir grains. It's amazing. They'll start growing pretty fast. So you don't have to worry too much about an exact measurement of the grains. They're constantly growing, so that amount is gonna change all the time. So you plop them in, add 3/4 cup of sugar. And this is turbinado sugar, which has a little bit more minerals in it. And then you just want to stir it up, let everything dissolve, except for the kefir grains, of course, they're not going to dissolve. And they eat the sugar, and they're going to be fermenting the sugar. So there's a couple considerations when you're dealing with the kefir grains. So with water kefir, they need some minerals. Sometimes they need to be pH balanced. There's a few different ways to get them the minerals that they need. Some people will add a little bit of molasses, like a drop of molasses, just to give them a little bit more minerals. But if they get too many minerals, they get a little stinky. And at that point, you want to give them a 4-hour lemon juice rinse. So literally you pour lemon juice over them, you let them hang out for about 4 hours in it, and then you rinse that off, and then, or you don't have to rinse, you can rinse it or not, and then plop them back in and let them start doing their thing again. And I think that's really important to know. Like, they can get a little funky if the mineral balance gets off. They can also get, they get sticky. Like sometimes they smell really, really bad. So do the lemon juice rinse if that happens. It could be a good way to salvage them. And then if you wanted to get minerals in there, you could add a pinch of Celtic sea salt, which is high in minerals, just like a tiny little pinch, or even just like a little tiny piece of an eggshell that's been boiled with the inner membrane removed. And that will just give them a little bit of added mineral source. That tends to be one of the biggest things that will kill them off, is when they don't have enough minerals. Another trick to kind of help pH balance them is to just put a really thin slice of lemon in with the ferment. Here, let me get one that has a little bit more pulp. I'm just gonna put, without the seed, just put this in there, and that will just help it. So that is pretty much it. You're gonna let it go for, it really depends. You can let it sit for about a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and kind of just taste it each time and see where it's at. You really will notice the smell, like it shifts. It gets to that little sour, pleasant scent once it's done, and you should just taste it. And taste it every few days and see. I want you to notice the sugar ratio, like how sweet it is to how sour it is. Something that is worth noting with the water kefir is that the temperature of your house is going to make a major impact on how quickly it ferments. So that's quite kind of why I'm saying, like 1, 2, 3, 4, check and see how it tastes, so that you can get used to understanding how fast your kefir grains ferment in your environment. All right, I hope that helps. I hope you understand how to do it. You just got to get the kefir grains as a starter first and foremost, and then you're good to go. All right, enjoy your little baby kefir grains. Have fun.